Hi everyone, welcome to week 8. We've made it halfway through the term. That is a really good feeling to have. This week we're talking about genograms. I was really not looking forward to drawing mine out, and it did take me probably 3 drafts. So here it is. I did start with my grandparents, my biological grandparents, just because I didn't want to make it too complicated, although I know that that is part of like a genogram is to be complicated. For my own personal well-being, I decided not to do that. I also decided not to go further than my grandparents because one of my grandparents is adopted, and then one of my grandparents is from a different country, and then my other 2 grandparents, I really don't know much about their families. So with that all being said, we can start with my dad's side of the family here. This is my grandfather and my grandmother. They were married. They got married when they were 15 and 17, I believe. I did not know you could get married at that age. So it's very interesting to me. My grandfather did pass away. But prior to that, they were married, and then they only had 1 child, and that was my dad, and they were teen parents. So we'll kind of look at that side in just a second. But this is my mother's side with my grandfather and my grandmother. My grandfather was adopted, and my grandmother is from England, and she immigrated over here in her 20s when she met my grandfather when they married in England. So to get started, on this side, my grandfather in high school had a child and did not know, and had that child went up for adoption. That person married someone and had 2 kids. They live on the East Coast, and I don't know much about them. I have them on Facebook, and I currently see their posts, but that's about it. But I do know that I have twin cousins on that side. And then we have my grandparents. They had, they had 4 kids here. My uncle, my first uncle, he also had a child in high school that he did not know about. And she is right, oh, where is she? She's right here. She's married with 3 kids. And then my uncle was married. He's now since divorced and had 1 child. This uncle and this uncle are also twins. This uncle is married with 1 son. We'll skip over my mom real quick, but this is my other uncle. He is married with 1 son as well. And then my mom, she's the second youngest. She, in high school, had my sister. And my sister was married with 2 children. And then my mom and dad, they were married for 14 years, and they just had me. Since they've been divorced, my dad is now married to my stepmom, and my stepmom has 2 sons. And then my mom is married to my stepdad, who does not have any children. So then there's me, and I am getting married to this person right here. And then I made a little small genogram for him because I thought it would be interesting. I didn't include his grandparents, but just his parents. This is his dad and his mom. They are since divorced, and they just had him. And then his mom had a child, had her oldest son, not in this marriage, and that's his brother. Looking at this and creating like 4 drafts that I made, I noticed some themes. I noticed that there was a lot of teen pregnancy, and I'm very happy to say that my cousins and I have seemed to break that generational curse, which is really cool and exciting. I don't think I would have realized that until I wrote it out. So I thought that was pretty cool. And then I already did know this, but the same age gap between my fiance's sibling and him is the same age gap as my sister and I, which is a pretty substantial age gap. So yeah, I thought that was interesting. I could also see how this would be kind of traumatizing to draw out for clients, so I feel like we should do this with some discrepancy. Thank you.